What up? Alright, so we're gonna do an all signs reading. See how everyone is feeling, what's going on, who we're talking to. Yeah. So, what is the current energy for my viewers today? I'm gonna shuffle it one more time for good luck, okay? Alright. Current energy for my collective. Okay, I'm going to clarify these as I go, because this story is kind of a lot. There's a lot of characters here. Five of Pentacles. First energy out is feeling left out in the cold. Maybe money concerns. Let's see. Maybe concerned about resources. What's going on? Five of Pentacles. The Last Judgment. Somebody made a decision here. A decision that left them feeling out in the cold. Here's the thing though. I almost don't feel like that's you. I feel like you left somebody out in the cold because you're showing up in this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? The Queen of Pentacles has something to hold on to, right? Five of Pentacles is saying somebody who doesn't. So I feel like you yourself have left somebody out in the cold, right? Or somebody's feeling left out in the cold because of a decision that was made. So let's clarify this Queen of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, okay, you've already made up your mind on a decision here. It's like being dead set on that. So I feel like you're holding on to this judgment call of leaving somebody out in the cold. But this Princess of Swords here, I would say it could be a child, or not like a child, probably like a grown child, or like, it could be, but it's like this younger feminine energy. But it almost looks like it's their decision too. Like they cut you off and you're like, okay, fine, bye. You've made up your mind, you've made peace with that situation. You're like, whatever. Now they're feeling left out in the cold and you're like, well, whose decision was that? Dumbass. I almost feel like this Red Foreman vibe coming off you. Like you're just kinda like, whatever. Kids will be kids, am I right? Yeah, so with the Princess of Swords and the Four of Cups in reverse shows up, which tells me like they're not enjoying themselves, right? Like they're not having fun with whatever this situation is. Five of Wands in reverse tells me that with them gone though, you're not dealing with all this conflict, right? So Five of Wands in reverse, it's like this was like the end of that conflict, right? And yeah, this was divinely guided. The universe told you to just let shit unfold, right? And that's exactly what you were doing. You listened to the universe and you're like, fine. And now, because you probably prayed about this, you're like, dude, this is making me crazy. Like, this is too damn much. And like, You know, you did what the universe told you to do, right? With the devil in reverse, um, you let a narcissist go, right? And here's the thing. Sometimes sometimes kids can be narcissists too, right? Sometimes, and I really feel like this mother-daughter vibe with the queen and the princess here. Um, and I feel like, it's like this Princess of Swords was coming in all the wrong energy, right? Like coming on in and this like self-serving, um, self-sabotaging, like deceitful ass energy, right? Like weaving all kinds of illusions for you, just making your life chaos and hell. And the universe is like, sometimes we even gotta let that shit go, right? Eight of Swords in reverse tells me that like this has been going on for a long time. Like you've been going through hell with this energy for a long time. Um, the Emperor in reverse tells me that probably the dad isn't involved or was barely involved, if that. Like they're not showing up, doing much. In regards to this situation either. It's like if this Princess of Swords went to live with them, and it's almost like you're like, fine, go. Like, do that shit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, the moon in reverse tells me that, like, this emperor keeps some shit secret, right? It doesn't keep secret. Yeah, he kept secrets, and that's why you broke up. Alright, with the lovers in reverse, yeah. You broke up because he was full of shit. With the Four of Swords, I see you getting rest from strife, right? It's almost like two birds, one stone. It's like maybe your daughter or this younger feminine energy, it doesn't necessarily have to be a daughter. Could just be a child in general who's very artistic and creative. But whoever this was, it's almost like they exhibited a lot of traits from this emperor in reverse, and I think you were just feeling like you're like, I fucking left this man just to deal with his child, and his child is just like him. And sometimes that shit happens. All right, sometimes that shit happens. It happened with my own mom. Like, I was just like my dad, and admittedly I was not like an easy child to raise, and so like there were times my mom had to kind of put me out on my ass, and it really helped me. Doesn't mean she didn't love me. It was the best thing she could do in her situation because she was losing her fucking mind with me, and now we have a great like relationship. But it took me growing up. And it took me seeing, my father for who he was too, So it's like, I feel like there's just a lot of learning experiences. So take your rest from strife. Be at a calm with this decision, Yeah, Three of Swords. This is a heartbreaking situation for you. And with the Five of Swords, it's like it left you feeling a little defeated, a little like you just needed to catch a fucking break, an emotional break. The Foolish Man in reverse tells me like you're not an impulsive person. You're not like trying to do anything crazy or like like you're just trying to live your life. And you don't understand why life is coming at you so fucking hard from every direction, right? Ace of Wands in reverse. Maybe this has prevented you from, like, having relationships in general. Maybe, like, You feel like you've been so tied to duty, you haven't been able to just live and enjoy life for yourself, right? Especially with this Three of Cups in reverse. It's like not really having a reason to celebrate or go out or enjoy yourself or spend time with your friends. It's kind of like you just feel like beat up by life a little bit. King of Cups, I do see another masculine entering your life. Full of love, full of maturity. Somebody who's really, I mean, he's got a fucking flower in his hand, right? He's like really seeing your strength and has probably watched you go through this. And he's like, why aren't you enjoying yourself? We should be having fun right now, you know? And with the Death card in reverse, it's like he doesn't want to write you off. He doesn't, he likes this connection. He likes who you are and doesn't want to write this off. Let's hear more about that. Okay. That sounds like some good fucking news, right? How do you feel about this King of Cups? Defensive, Seven of Swords, very guarded. You feel like you've just been through so fucking much. You don't know how to be vulnerable like that again, or you don't know if you want to be vulnerable like that again. You're like, I just got some liberation. Like, I don't know. Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like you've released such a burden from yourself, you know? You feel like a weight is lifted. And through all your learning and your growing, I see you tapping into your own masculine, right? With this King of Swords, I do see this being you, which is rare, but it's the opposite of the King of Cups, and it's the opposite of the Emperor in reverse. This is the energy of cutting off things that don't serve you, right? And that's literally the energy you've been in for this whole reading. The Hierophant tells me you've learned from your mistakes, you're growing, you're developing. It's almost like when this King of Cups shows up, you go from Queen of Pentacles in your feminine straight into King of Swords, where you're like, no, nobody's fucking with my peace. I am holding on to that, actually. Okay. So, what can you expect in your future? Three of Wands in reverse, you'll never be cheated on again. Knight of Cups, you will catch feelings again. You won't be put in a third party situation, right? This is somebody who is coming in pretty legit. Somebody, the High Priestess in reverse, you're in denial. I don't believe anyone could love me like that. Da, 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 da. Nine of Swords in reverse. Eventually you're going to realize that not everybody's going to bring despair and cruelty into your life. Ace of Cups. Through loving yourself, you make yourself lovable to others, and you pick up somebody who's on a similar vibration. Two of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles, right? Divine counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles, right? This is your actual counterpart showing up. Finally. There you are. It's about fucking time, right? So yeah, King of Pentacles is showing up here in this energy of holding on, right? But also, with the Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like they've also been through separation. Right now, they're focused on building up their wealth and taking care of themselves. They're kind of in their own world. I would say they're also in that self-love energy. Two of Cups in reverse tells me that they've also ended karmic cycles, right? They've also walked out of things that were not serving their highest good. So, let's see. What do you end up doing in this situation? I have to go get that card. So you start putting in work, right? Work. Six of Wands, you feel very victorious. Six of Pentacles in reverse, I see you as somebody who likes to keep your finances to yourself, like you've been taken advantage of in the past. And I feel like you're in a safe spot with this energy where they have no intention of doing that. They don't want to take anything from you in a negative sense, right? And you're not really allowing anybody to do that. You've set up boundaries, right? Justice in reverse. You feel like something's not fair. What's not fair? Something's imbalanced. Six of Cups in reverse. You feel like you can't enjoy those things anymore. But Queen of Wands in reverse tells me that you're lying to yourself by telling yourself that. By telling yourself that you've reached some expiration date that just doesn't exist, right? It's like you're lying to yourself in order to like console yourself. It's like staying in this state of denial of like, oh, it could never happen to me, is kind of like you feel like it's just a safer place to be, right? Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you're like, I haven't been fortunate in this area in the past. It's almost like I feel like the cards are having a full ass dialogue for us right now. You feel like, you just haven't been fortunate in the past and you don't want to relive any of that. Two of Wands, you're just at a crossroads because you do want companionship. You do like crave that. It's just you don't want the complications that come with it. Ace of Pentacles, I do see you accepting an offer, a new beginning, eventually. Temperance, divine timing, right? This is all going to show up right when you least expect it. Knight of Pentacles, this offer coming in. To the Ace of Pentacles, the offer you accept. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It might distract you a bit from work, right? It might be a distraction for you. Something new, something powerful, right? Queen of Cups, because at this point you're the one showing up with the feelings. This is something that you build your own emotional foundation in with the Four of Pentacles. And you feel like you've grown, you've established yourself, you're good. Six of Swords in reverse. Now you have 666 on the board, which is all about material gain. I think you do focus a lot on work. You're kind of a workaholic. Six of Swords in reverse. It's like you're going to feel almost unworthy of how great this is. Okay? Like you're going to be like, I didn't I don't deserve this. Da da da. Like you're gonna get like this imposter syndrome about it, where you're kind of like, it's still good to be true. Don't do that. Don't talk yourself out of it, right? This is something you genuinely don't want to cut off with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Some things really are that fucking good, you know? Don't let the world lie to you. Some things really are that fucking good. I was like 85 cards. I'm going to put that stack there. Princess of Wands in reverse. Yeah, going back to your daughter, or your, who I'm assuming is, I mean, it could be a son, or some younger figure that sees you as a mother figure, or a parental figure. But it's like, they're very dishonest. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, they might struggle with work. They might struggle with making connections with people, like socially. King of Wands in reverse. This goes back to that Emperor in reverse. I feel like something's not working out with this father figure. Like, they're not actually happier there. But the Ace of Swords in reverse, though, it's like they don't want to tell you that. And if that's not a father figure, then that could be a really shitty new boyfriend or whatever. But something's not working out there, but they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you, Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like they don't want to walk away from it and accept that, you know, a situation just wasn't working out. This Emperor in reverse, it definitely could be a boyfriend. I feel like it's a father figure, but I don't know, you really know, I guess. Seven of Cups in reverse, they feel like they're running out of options. Four of Wands in reverse, there's not a foundation built in truth in that connection. It's so crazy that they're like showing up as well in your reading. I feel like you need to talk to your kid. If it is your kid or whoever this is. Princess of Pentacles in reverse tells me that they're really scared that they don't have anything. You know? Eight of Wands in reverse, they're like terrified of how long it's going to take before they get respite or help out of this situation. It might be a little abusive, actually. The Nine of Cups in reverse, they're really deeply unhappy, and with the Chariot, they want to move. They want to leave right now. I think you should talk to them. You should figure something out in regards to that, because I mean, the universe is like, yeah, you needed to let this person go. They were toxic, but now they're in like a kind of a helpless situation and they need help, you know? And it's like, how do you do that? Look for resources for them, you know? Because just because you're helping them doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take them into your own home. You could help them, you know, find a new roommate, or like help them, you know, do something like on Craigslist and shit. Like, I've gotten a couple of roommates that way, and it's just go with them, help them like figure it out. Because right now I really do feel like they need you, as much as I know it's a pain in the ass to hear, because you're like, I just got free. I know you did. Unfortunately, this kind of feels like a job that goes on forever. The Power of Words in reverse with Oaken Doors in reverse tells me that somebody here is afraid to speak their mind. Or doesn't want to talk because they don't want to fight anymore. Right? That's probably you. You don't want to talk to them because you don't want to fight anymore. I know. Don't fight. It's as simple as that. As soon as they start saying some shit, just be quiet. Just ignore them. Look the other way. I had to start doing that shit with my own damn mom. Where I'm just like, you know what? I will zone the fuck out rather than hear you try to trigger me right now. You know? So The call of longing in reverse, it's like you're trying to silence that inside of yourself. Like, you don't want to want it. With the needs before wants, I think you really need to focus on what you do need, you know? On something that will be more fulfilling in your soul. Dude, what I do is I chase good feelings. Okay? I chase good feelings. If, like, something makes me happy and it makes me feel fulfilled and it doesn't hurt anybody in the process, I just keep doing it, right? Like tarot, right? Or making medicine, making candles, you know, I do all kinds of shit. Because I love that feeling of living out my sense of purpose. And that's how you know if you're living out your purpose, is if you're consistently following these things that make you feel good, things that make you feel alive again, you know? But yeah, this feels like a very specific story. So I hope this was helpful. That's pretty much what I have for you. Namaste. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.